What's up, guys? So I just arrived to the gym, and on my way to the gym, I've been thinking about a lot of the competitors. So the competitors in CrossFit, I really appreciate people competing in CrossFit. It's so much fun. I myself am competing, and I really love to do it. But I see a lot of mistakes being done, and two big mistakes. Number one mistake, a lot of athletes confuse volume with intensity. Guys, doing too much or doing more does not mean you're going to get the results. Being intense is what is going to get you results. Yeah, so scaling what's on your bar to go harder and faster is sometimes a very good solution. Doing one workout a day so you can get used to becoming a competitor, you can get used to higher volume with higher intensity is good. So don't increase the volume expecting that you might resist higher intensity with that volume. You won't be able to. First, master the high intensity on short amount of stuff, short amount of work that you have to do, and then increase that work progressively. That is my advice. So start intense and then increase the volume. Don't do the opposite. Don't increase the volume and then try to be intense. It's not going to work. Second, your program is not the solution. So because you're doing a fancy program that you found online or that you're doing a program your coach wrote is not the solution unless you understand what, the mechanics are, how to move better. Like, you don't try to fight through your program. You don't try to resist, and you try not to die through your program. You're trying to actually go through the program with very good technique, keeping a high intensity output. It's extremely important to get results. So because it says program made by so and so or that famous coach here and there, because you're doing that doesn't guarantee you're going to become a good competitor. It doesn't guarantee it. What you need to master first, really, like I said, it's the first point, intensity. And to master intensity, it is a given that you master your technique. So if you can't master the basics, why are you trying to do a competitor's program? Try to move well first. Try to manage intensity at a smaller volume, and then progressively increase the volume of your program. All right? And no program is the solution. It's how committed you are to that program. Like, let's say your program today says A, B, C, D, and E. There we go. You've got some weightlifting complex, some squat complex. You're going to be doing some presses, and then there's a Metcon at the end. And you have to push hard because it's the open, and, intensity needs to be pretty high. Once you get to E, the E part of your program, it's the Metcon, and all of a sudden, your intensity is very low because you're already worked. And so you pushed hard in the complex, the weightlifting complex, you squatted heavy, and you have a hard time keeping it together. If you can't manage one step at a time, don't increase the volume. If you can't manage intensity, high intensity, the entire length of your program, you're not going to get results. So my advice is, again, like I just said, step back, pick one thing, usually what's on the board here, what I write on the board. If you can't manage that, if you can follow the class at high intensity and you go hard on this, then you're going to get results. I guarantee you're going to get better results than doing any sort of program on the side. That is for the beginner competitor. Like, if you're a high-level competitor, yeah, obviously, I would hope that you have an individual program, that you're working close to your coach, and that you're working to that mental state as well. That's very important. Everybody knows that, and usually those who know that, have a chance to get to the regionals and the best ones to the games. So, and win competitions like the Wadapalooza, the Granite Games, and all these things. But most of the people are not like that. Most of the people are not like that. It's just fancied to follow a program. But you don't master the basics, you can't control intensity, and you're doing high volume because obviously when you're tired, you think it is intense. It's not intense. When you're resisting a movement, when you're trying to save a position, it's not intense. It's you not moving well and you not being efficient. So step back. We're Tuesday. Step back, think about it, and work for it. Like, guys, it is important to understand all these principles before you actually try to compete. You want to be successful in competition. You want to have fun. You don't want to get injured. You want to get some results. You don't just want to participate. Come on, you want to be close to the podium, if not on the podium, and you don't want to be injured. Follow the steps. That's my advice. I hope you're good.